Hi, this is Ayla with Profound Logic Support, and today I'd like to walk you through how to install Profound UI onto your system. To start off, navigate to the following URL, www.profoundlogic.com/download. If you are a new customer, please fill out this form right here and submit it. If you are an existing customer, then just click this link and this will take you to the profoundlogic.com/customer-download/ page where you can select a product. We are installing Profound UI in this video, so I'm going to click Profound UI, and then you'll have two installation options, the Windows Executable GUI method and the Save 5250 method. Some things to consider when choosing an installation method. We found that customers prefer the green screen, that is the Save 5250 method, if they are working on a system that is very tightly locked down and they have difficulty accessing things, they have firewalls in place, or if they've had issues with the Windows installer in the past. However, if the system is not tightly locked down and they have not had past issues with the Windows Executable GUI method, then feel free to use that. So just knowing what kind of system you are working on before choosing an installation method is very important, but once you have, go ahead and continue with the download. If you are using the Save File 5250 method of installation, go ahead and select that and click Download. While that's downloading, I'd like to show you this document here, located at docs.profoundlogic.com/display/PUI/installing Profound UI using the green screen installer. I'll be linking this as well as some other helpful docs in the video description so you can follow along there. This outlines the 6 steps you will follow in order to successfully install Profound UI onto your system using the green screen installer. I've just completed step number 1, download the save file. Now I'm going to transfer the save file to the server you wish to install to. To do that, I'm going to open up a Windows command prompt and navigate to my Downloads folder using the cd command like this. Now you will need to specify the host name or IP address of the IBMI that you'd like to install Profound UI onto. The installer will convert over the network from your PC to this system using FTP to perform the installation. In my case, the host is myprofoundlogic.com, so I'm going to type FTP and then that address like this. For the username and password, you will need a profile with authority to create libraries and restore objects. Most customers use a profile with all object authority for the installation to make sure they have all the authority they need. In my example, I have my own profile, Adillis, and of course I will be using the password for that profile as well. Now I'm going to type binary to ensure that FTP will not try to do any conversion on the data. I'm going to cd into qsys.lib/qgpl.lib and make that my current library. Once it has been made my current library, I'm going to use the put command to upload the PUI setup file onto my system. This will take some time. Once the file transfer has now been completed successfully, step 2 has been completed, and now we can work on step 3 of restoring the save library. I'm going to use the quit command to exit the FTP. And now open a 5250 green screen. Using ACS, I'm going to select the system I'm working on. That is my.profoundlogic.com, my.profoundlogic.com, and open a 5250 green screen. I'm going to use my IBMI username and password to log in. And again, it's asking for that same IBMI username and password. Now moving on to step 3, if you are following along in the documentation, I'm going to restore the temporary setup library with this command. Next is step 4, running the install program. I'll start by adding the PUI setup library and making it the first position with this command. Then calling the program like this. This will take us to the PUI installation welcome page, and I'm just going to click continue to move through this. Next is the license agreement screen. Pressing F8 will agree to the license. So I'm going to click F8. This is some more installation information. You can just click enter through this. Now we are on the customization page for installing Profound UI. Some things to consider on this screen. So installing Profound UI sample library. If you are updating, then you're going to want to change this yes to a no because it will wipe out the sample library you currently have if you don't. Also, when you are upgrading an instance, think if you want it to replace the HTTP configuration. If you have made customizations to it, then you will lose your settings. So it's important to change this yes to a no if you don't want to change your existing settings. Keep in mind that if you specify a library and directory that already has an instance, it will upgrade your existing instance. If you want to have a separate instance installed with different port and instance name, then you can have 2 copies installed. Also, if you use the same instance name, library, and IFS directory as an existing PUI installation, it will upgrade the current installation and none of the data will be lost. So those are just some things to keep in mind when looking at this customization window and thinking about the modifications you want to make. And then just to move through these customizations here, the destination library is Profound UI. Library IASP is Splat Syspace. Instance name is also Profound UI. It's helpful to keep the library and instance name the same so you remember which library goes to which instance. Port 8080. Host code page, this can be left blank. Enable Zend PHP. If you have PHP installed in your system, you can enable this or you can leave it off if you do not. Now I'm going to click enter to continue the installation. Now that the installation has successfully completed, I'm going to press enter to exit the installation program. And that'll just take us back to the command prompt. Steps 1 through 5 have now been completed. Step 6 is deleting the setup library. Now that I'm done installing the product, I no longer need the installer program. Deleting it will free up 400 megabytes of space, so it's really worth it taking a minute to do that. Since the installer is in my library list, I want to first remove the library list entry with this command. Now I can delete the library that contains the installation program like this. And finally, I can delete the save file with this command. Now that I've tidied all that up, let's connect to PUI and see if it's working. From my browser, I'm going to navigate to the URL my.profoundlogic.com:8080/profoundui/welcome and log in with my username and password. This will take you to the Profound UI welcome page, where up in the right-hand corner you can see the version and fix pack that you have successfully installed onto your system, as well as all the different platforms that Profound UI offers, like the Visual Designer, Genie, and Atrium. I'm just going to open up the Visual Designer to show you how that looks. This allows you to drag and drop widgets and build your own screens like this. Anyway, I hope this video has been very helpful for you on getting Profound UI downloaded onto your system, And I hope that you're able to continue learning and working with Profound UI. Thank you.